Friday afternoon on the Southwest Yard at Sterling Correctional. A normal rec time. Only a handful of prisoners have any idea that today is different from any other day. But inside, Colorado's Special Operations Response Team is preparing for action.
Over the past 3 to 4 weeks, we'd had some intel about dangerous escape plans to include taking staff hostage, harming staff, and an arsenal of weapons.
Intel has gotten word that the escape attempt is planned for later this same day. They have to act now. Seen in surveillance footage, nearly 70 tactical team members stage in the hallway. Outside on the yard, no one has any idea what's coming. Suddenly, the team bursts into the yard. First priority to round up the ringleaders. Several key culprits are taken down, along with all the others who may have been involved. In all, dozens of suspects are lined up for interrogation. A dangerous plot has been foiled. Details of the escape attempt first came to light when Vasquez and the intel team began listening in on inmate conversations.
Technology is a great thing. We have audio, I mean, even in their cells, other places as well. That part I can't really disclose.
It was an extremely, potentially dangerous scenario that these inmates were planning.
The plot? To surprise the guards, grab their pepper spray, and use it against them. Then they were going to hijack a food delivery vehicle, taking staff members hostage. The escape was planned down to the smallest details.
It's going to be a pretty brutal attack. These guys conducted their own form of reconnaissance, surveillance to see how staff reacted. When we were going to feign, playing ball or whatever, one of these guys was going to miss the ball, and as he's reaching for the ball, going to get the ball near the first staff, he was going to initiate an assault, and that would kick off everybody else in action.
Part of the plan was to conceal weapons like shanks and shivs and homemade clubs. All were going to be hidden in the volleyball sandlots and under the benches in the yard.
The weaponry that these individuals were discussing was very, very scary.
People could have definitely have been fatally harmed. Serious bodily injury was definitely part of their plan. Serious bodily injury to include maybe even death.
Once outside the yard, they planned to attack the fence at 60 miles an hour.
These guys would use the canteen truck to ram through what they perceived to be the weak point in our fence.
They had plotted to overtake a delivery vehicle and try to breach through the perimeter fences, where they would have vehicles on the outside.
According to their train of thought, the pallets and the cardboard weren't going to conduct electricity, so they were just going to ram through the lethal fence.
It was a risky plan, with little chance of success.
Actuality, there is no weak point in our fence. Had they attempted to go through, the initial shock would have been enough to stun them, push them back. If they were fortunate enough on that to make it up again, the second one would then have been a lethal shot.
But swift action brought the best of all outcomes. No staff hurt, no inmates killed, and order restored on the yard, at least for now.
You may be on a team your entire DOC career and never experience a situation like what occurred Friday. Ultimately, we stopped a very dangerous escape attempt from happening.
The intel team's investigations are ongoing, and the ringleaders face a stiff series of penalties.